Hello, this is an important module of the Code with Arduino Facilitators program. It is for teachers and digital leaders, and it's an introduction to getting started with the Arduino apps or applications. So I'm going to start this module with class resources, and this is how every module starts. If you're watching this video on your own, you need an Arduino robot, you need a tablet or an iPhone, preferably, and I'm actually talking through the iPad connections, the blocks or mazes, 100 of those little plastic mazes that we provide if you have them. If you don't, doesn't matter. And then of course this actual module. So the learning outcomes are after this to know how to download the Orchestra Lite app onto your tablet or computer, to be familiar with the remote control driving app and how the students can learn the various functions of the robot, in order to see how the Crayon app works. So the following pages I've copied directly from the first module of Scratch, Python and the C Arduino programs. Follow these instructions yourself now to become familiar with the apps. So there are various apps available to operate. The image below shows the remote control driving app using an iPad. So the first thing you need to do is download the Orchestra Lite app on your iPad or iPhone to access the app. For installation instructions, click on this link here. I'm just going to do that now. Clicking through. And this is where you'll find the instructions if you have an Apple device. And you just click, or you can search Orchestra Lite apps on Apple Store on Google. Will also take you through to the same page. Clicking on the link. And there is in the App Store Orchestra Lite. I can't click on it at the moment because I'm not doing this tutorial on an Apple computer. So it's pretty, and then you just follow the download instructions from there. Here are the instructions if you don't have an Apple computer. You can download the Orchestra Lite onto your PC or a non-Apple device. And here are the instructions here. Most computers already have Adobe Flash Player. You might need to download the .NET framework first, and there is the link for Orchestra. If you have any problems because of general permissions or with your school, you'll need to get in contact with us so we can help you. Just for future reference, including on this page is Arduino Setup, and that's if you're running the C Arduino curriculum. And we also have the Orchestra Maker app, which is really relevant for more advanced text-based programming languages like C Arduino, for example. But that's actually, we cover that in the actual module. You don't need to know about that now. So let's go back to the actual tutorial. So next, switch on your robot and pair your robot with the device. So the first thing you need to do on your iPad, if you've got the Orchestra Lite available on your desktop, click into it and you'll come up with this screen. But you can't pair your robot with your iPad until your iPad settings are on Bluetooth, number one, and secondly, that your robot is powered on. So first thing you need to do is have a look at your iPad, go into settings. The settings icon should be on your desktop. Click into it and enable the Bluetooth setting. You just move the little bar across, and now turn your robot upside down and power your robot on. And then once you click the magnifying glass on this screen that's showing now, it should find your robot, because your robot has a specific number. For example, I'm looking at mine now. Next to the power button of my robot, the number says DDA9, and I will click into that. And then as soon as the blue light goes on the robot, as shown in that image there, you'll know that the robot is paired with your tablet and you're ready to go. If you have any problems at all with any of the students' robots, what I suggest you do is switch on your iPad, switch it back on, switch on the robot, switch it back on, check the Bluetooth setting is enabled on their iPads. Again, they only need to do the Bluetooth setting once on their iPad. They shouldn't have to do it with every class. And then if you're still having any problems with connecting robots, please get in touch with us. Once your robot is paired to your device, you can use the Scratch program, Remote Control Driving app, or Crayon app, as shown below in the screenshot. And then you just click into them. So let's click into the remote control app. So here's a stimulus question. What functions can you operate on Arduino, the robot car, with the remote control driving app? Have a play. And the functions that you can clearly see there, and you'll find some more if you spend some time playing with it, are controlling the robot's lights, emergency lights, cruise control, movement and steering. So once you've sort of got a feel, you can set up an activity for your students. So for instance, you might like to do this now, have a play yourself. You can use the app to make Arduino, make a round turn, do an L turn, race with others, set out the blocks as we've put in the picture there if you like to help with the activity. The students love doing this and they'll get all excited before they actually start doing the programming. And we have written these exercises into the first modules to firstly engage the students and get them involved in the robot before they actually start to program. So this time click on the Crayon app and you can see that you can also operate the robot's functions by using mathematics and distances. We do have a separate module on this, so I suggest you look at that if you wish to use the Crayon app. Some even high school students have used this and they love using it to get familiar with the robot. Now click onto the Scratch platform. You can see that unlike other Scratch platforms you can download from the internet, there is an animated character or sprite that looks like Arduino, the car, the blue car there. In the next module, you can use a Scratch app to make the robot move, not simply make an animated character move. And again, we have a separate module on getting started with Scratch. So that's the end of this module. Hope that you have a look at getting started with Scratch and getting started with Crayon. Thank you.